Coach, a healthy dose of Pennsylvania opponents, especially last weekend as well, and kind of a tale of two different games. What did you make of the weekend overall at home last week?
Well, it's weird. The results are what they are, but I thought we played better the first game than we did the second game that we won. So credit to the guys, obviously playing well on the Saturday night, not getting the results, or Friday night, I guess, and then coming back on Sunday and having the resiliency with a shortened bench to find a way to get a win.
Yeah, and that resilience is something we've talked about all season long. It just seems like there's never a night that they don't have to put that into practice.
Yep, that's the American Hockey League, and unfortunately that night, it wasn't recalls, it was injuries, and the bench got pretty short there, but guys stepped up, and it was a real big win for our group.
Speaking of stepping up, Wyatt Bongiovanni made a comment to us the other night about how when you're put in those positions to score goals with bodies out of the lineup, there's a responsibility to do that, and he's kind of taken some onus on that, and it's showing off with a pair of hat tricks. What have you thought of his play of late?
Well, I just think he's getting healthy. When Ryan acquired him, he came in here guns a-blazing. I think he scored 9 goals in 13 games for us last year after the trade deadline, and then this year he's finally getting healthy, and he's getting a little jump back in his step, and we know he can score. He's a shooter. He's a shoot-first guy. He's got a great shot. Scored some big goals for us already, in Winnipeg there, and then, stepped up like the leader he is. Was a captain in college, so expect that from Bonjo, and expect it to carry on.
And some nice chemistry with Stephen Halliday developing as well. I know those guys are roommates as well.
Yeah, they live together. They talk hockey all day long, so they talk about plays, and they're happy for each other when they both have success, so it's a good mix.
A couple of debuts, at least first start for Michael Simpson, first win, and then Spencer Kirsten up on his PTO. Just wondering what you've made of those two young guys getting some opportunities here in the AHL.
Yeah, it's good for Simmer. He's been kicking around here for a while and finally got a start, so the nerves settled in, and I thought he made some big saves for us. So a well-deserved win for him, and hopefully he can build off of that. And then Kirsten, we saw in training camp. We know what he is. He can skate, he can get in on the forecheck, and he actually made some decent plays. So for a guy that got in at 4:30 in the morning, I thought he gave us some good minutes.
And that fluctuation, I suppose, in the roster is not going to change too much now, or at least get much better. A couple more guys hurt. Are there any updates on the injured list and on any reinforcements that could potentially be coming?
Well, it keeps growing, unfortunately. Bush and Shogi and Wiley, just hockey injuries. Peels, we thought was a dirty hit, blindside hit to the head. League didn't see it that way, so he's out, and their guy's not suspended, which is disappointing. Jameson Reese is finally back in the lineup after a long road, recovered from the high ankle sprain, and Max Gannett coming back. So we got some in, some out, but the injuries keep piling up. And
lastly, against the Lehigh Valley Phantoms tonight, didn't see them in the calendar year of 2024, but did play them twice last season. The Atlantic's pretty competitive this year, and they're right up there with those other opponents.
Yeah, when you play the Wilkses and Hershey's of the world, 10 times like these guys do, and they're competitive most nights against these guys, they're good. They got a big group. Their bodies are big. They're going through the same thing, a lot of fluctuation with the lineup and recalls and stuff, but they didn't get the result they wanted their last game in Bridgie, so I'm sure they're going to come out here with a little burr under them. So if you could narrow down keys, I suppose, against the Phantoms, what would those be tonight? I think it's don't let their forecheck be effective. They got a really good forecheck. They're big. They get in there and they're pretty aggressive. So get the puck out of our end as quick as we possibly can, and then again, just play to our strength, which is moving the puck north and making them defend.